when you get to the end, when you look back, are those many late nights and many evenings spent building a YouTube channel, are they going to be the things you say, I'm so glad I did that? Or actually, is it, oh, this is probably really depressing, but or actually, is it, family and the important things in life, and keeping a perspective on that is so important. And like
Yes.
we touched
Yeah.
on at the beginning, but
Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
equally, you've
It's
got to enjoy
living.
yourself.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. It's living life without regrets, I think. And it's important. I think a lot of people look, this is getting a little philosophical here. I know this is what we came for exactly, but
no, that's okay. That's
a lot of
okay.
people, yeah, a lot of people get to the end of their life and they look back and they're like, oh man, like, why did I spend 70 hours a week in the office, and not spend time with my kids? And that's a
Yeah.
huge thing for us is, I think maybe that I might even be you asked about which direction this channel is going to go. I think that's a huge value for us is how can we optimize our life so that we can spend more time with our kids and more time together as a family and do important things rather than be working a full-time job and just trying to get by. It's like that is possible. There are ways to do that. And I feel blessed. We kind of live on a more modest income, and we have really slashed a lot of our overhead in a lot of ways, and we're probably going to make some videos on that. But I think there's really a lot of value to looking now and saying, you know what, I think I'm going to value if I'm able to spend more time with my family now, being able to be a stay-at-home dad and then also be a freelance worker and do some of this and be able to kind of balance all those and get more time with my family than I would if I was driving into the office every day, I think is a huge, huge thing. And so I think that's important to it's like almost like looking back. It's like, if I'm at the end of my life, what am I going to look back on and say, this is what was important? And then to bring it around to YouTube, the last thing I'll say is that when you said, are we going to look at our YouTube channels and say, oh, was that important or not? I think we can definitely say there's a clear value there, because I think what you've experienced, what I think every person who's watching this even has experienced, is that you'll see a comment or two or 10 that say, wow, like, thank you so much for making this video. This was really impactful. This is what I needed to hear. This was so helpful. This was so insightful. And that is making an impact, as a Christian, for us. I think a big thing is, it's like loving other people is a huge, important part of what we do. And so that's a way to to really, it's like, how can we think about others and do things that are helpful for them? And so I think that's a huge thing that YouTube can be, is if you make truly helpful, valuable content that really is meant to be helpful to people and a little entertaining, it doesn't hurt. Then that can be something that really, I think, really makes being a YouTuber have that value where you're going to look back on it and be like, you know what, being a YouTuber, that was a great decision. I think everyone honestly should be a YouTuber. So that's my 2 cents.
If you like that clip, you can check out the full interview on Jay's channel, where I delve into all the insights I gained over the past 7 months of getting to 1,000 subscribers and monetizing my YouTube channel. Links in the description. We'll see you next time, fam.